It feels good to be back, can't lie. This must be my favorite mic. This must be my favorite type of expression. So follow me as I tell you a little couple of lessons. Lessons that I learned since the last time we were together. It's been what, 6, 7 months since we were together? Who was here at Affinity? With a few of you, yeah. I hear them say, yo, Trebs, your life's a dream. But sometimes the dream is just one big smoke screen. See, I used to try and sound like Nas with a flow like Game. Was mad inspired by the stories told by Tupac and Jay. And over time, I used to try my best to imitate. But soon enough, over time, my life and theirs would separate. See, I found out that their life and mine would never, ever truly correlate. And that's probably where I made my first mistake. Because where before I used to spit my bars in order for a crowd to celebrate, now I spit bars in order to emancipate. Bars, emancipate. Okay. So with that in mind, let me unlock my thoughts. Bloodstains on the church floor. You telling me that she's taking a back seat because the mother's found out she's carrying a man's seed? Obviously, or maybe not obviously, they haven't read John 8. John 8, the woman caught up in grace. So they're dancing with the devil trying to please God. They've been in church many years, still never meet God. Now listen, I'm not saying that we condone sin. How about we handle it as if we were him? Can't show grace to the soon-to-be mum and then you asking me to pray for your drug-dealing son? That don't make sense. So I make no apology. This right here is true theology. What I hear them preach is something like a Pharisee. They need to fall in love with love, if you ask me. Maybe that opening was a bit too harsh, so let me backtrack, give you some biblical fact, hopefully explain the position that I take up on this track. See, because all sin carries the same price, and all sin costs the same man's life. Now, you may try to put me and you in a separate box, but God paid the price all on the same cross. So your do's and don'ts, they never will bring you life. Is your faith in yourself or your faith in Christ? I get it. You may not be perfect the first day, the first week. We may have to wait. But put it this way. Like a man and his bride, even if she burns the rice, she's going to still be his wife. Right? I've got no faith in myself. See, if left alone, my faith would still be on the shelf. But every day I wake up and every day I've just got to believe because despite my many flaws, he still believes in me. Now, they say 5 is the number of grace, and we find the perfect story when we read John 8. And that's what brings me comfort in the midst of my mistakes, because he didn't come to condemn, he just literally came to save. He didn't come to condemn, he just came to deliver. And his love has pierced my heart like an arrow from the quiver. And some of us, maybe we've forgotten just how far we've come. What took place at Calvary, what exactly was done. So let me remind you, real quick. From the depths of depravity, he raised us. And his love is plain insanity, yet saved us. But his love for all humanity has made us stand out from the crowd. This love, you can't fake us, same dust. But covered with a blood so strong that whoever the baby father is, she can right her wrong. So, manifest. Will we give her that chance? Self-righteous ain't cute. Take off the mask. Now they say to me, okay, Trebs, that's cool, that's John 8. But what about me? What about me today? 2014 today. I need to today. Okay, so let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story about this girl. Saturday night, it's the heart of the weekend. She be up in the club while you be sleeping. She be up in the club while we be dreaming. Why? Because she's given up on her dreams. She claims they be misleading. Guys are watching us as they walk by. Why? Because she's got a reputation, so they think I'm the next guy to fall for her charms, open arms. The night is young, we can get a couple rounds while it's dark. Honestly, that wasn't my intention. Yes, her attributes had caught my attention, but those same attributes were a blessing and a curse. Clark Kent and Lois Lane in reverse. She had the story to tell. Paying the price for her father's mistakes. He showed up recently trying to save face, but she didn't want to know. She didn't want to hear. The very mention of his name filled her heart with fear. She remembered hearing stories of his love for violence, hearing the mum's screams as they pierced the silence. She told me, Trebs, I will never trust a man. My heart broke as she told me her little plan. So days later, I started to reflect. Started to think about the type of woman she represents. I thought about every single word that she said. Thought about the stories she tells, the causes and the effects. You know what I realized? The music that I love calls her all sorts of names. And her identity has been lost behind the cameras and chains. She's a slave to the beat. Just like a sample loop, her life is forever spinning on the cycle of abuse. So I'm in the booth, doing my best to set her free. If I equals change, then the change starts with. So jump on board, sis. It's time to switch trains. Time to switch lanes. Go grab yourself a new name. I call you strong, that you could even stand so long. That you still believe in us, even though we've done you so wrong. You feed off my dreams, and yet we've left you high and dry. I apologize, hip-hop has left you to die. Hip-hop has left you to die. My music has left you to die. See, I can't apologize on behalf of every man. But what I can do is speak on behalf of that man. You got my poster on your wall and my CD in your car, and I appreciate the support, but I'd rather have your heart. I'd rather have you know that I really and truly care, because that club ain't your home. I don't want to find you there. I don't need to find you there. So yeah, I hear your plan, and to a point I understand, and whilst there's breath in my body, I'm just going to do what I can. Like I said, I can't apologize on behalf of every man, but on behalf of that man, tomorrow's a fresh start. Good night, man.
So dead.
Just because them to rise far beyond maximum. No.
The only words left to ask goes because you were the only person with the key to my heart.
Feeling, son? That don't make sense.